Good morning, YouTube. Good morning again. Pastor Dave here. Monday, October 10th, 2011. Very urgent message and warning in this video. And with that said, I'm going to sound the alarm. So if you're wearing headphones, turn the volume down just a little bit. Turn the volume down a little on your laptop or your computer so you're not startled. On the count of three, I'm going to sound the alarm. 1, 2, and 3. All right, friends, a lot going on, a lot to bring you. I brought you early this morning what's going on in Cairo, Egypt. Christians being run over by security vehicles, tossed in the air, being stoned, being slaughtered. And there is so much taking place. And I want to share with you real quick. Going way back, before I get into the main heart of this video, there's something taking place that mainstream media is not bringing you, and it's very urgent. Going back, way back to the beginning, when the beginning of the year, when the birds were falling out of the sky in Levy, Arkansas, then the next day, turtle doves in Italy, around the world, birds were falling out of the sky. Fish began washing ashore. Earthquakes around the world, tsunamis, floods. I think it was back in May, and a viewer sent me this, and I can't remember who sent it to me, so I apologize. But we are watchmen. We are watchers. Watchmen on the wall, and we look to see, is this Bible prophecy? And we look for signs. Well, a sign came. It came in Jerusalem. And I don't know if you were aware of this. It was back in, right in when all of this was going on. And I believe it was back in May. We were looking for signs. And there it was. Jonah's whale. A single gray whale was found swimming alone in the Mediterranean Sea by Tel Aviv, and that's unheard of. Gray whales do not swim in the Mediterranean Sea. So when we look at this and people scoff and they make fun and they mock and there's not Bible prophecy and there's no rapture, we look for signs. We look for signs that this is Bible prophecy, and you can't deny it. All that's taken place since the beginning of the year, you cannot deny what is happening. Rosh Hashanah has come and gone, the Day of Atonement. We're now approaching 7 days, the Feast of Tabernacles. A lot is taking place. The earthquakes, everything seems to have simmered down. Now everything's escalating again out of control. Later on I want to bring you, hopefully today, what's going on in New Hampshire with a bluefin tuna washing ashore, all the dead seals. I brought you a story last week, 1,900 birds. The birds are dying again. Birds fell out of the sky. No apparent reason. It's unexplained. More fish deaths. The earthquakes that had died down are now escalating at an enormous rate. Now I'm going to bring you this because this story is going to lead into what mainstream media is not bringing you. And I want to remind you of Dr. Edward Orr. They call him the prophet of the Lord. His prophecy that the Lord had spoke to him of the Great Lakes and the East Coast being covered in water. I want to remind you of my wife's vivid dream. She had no idea who Dr. Edward Orr is. She doesn't follow, she lives with me, so she doesn't follow my channel a great deal. And she told me this dream, and it floored me. The Great Lakes, all the land. We live in Michigan, covered with water, and the East Coast being underwater. But I want to take you real quick, because this leads into the story. The USGS earthquake reports are not covering what's taking place somewhere else. Let me take you to the current earthquake reports, just so you see they are increasing once again. I mean, they had died down so much I hadn't even been bringing you the earthquake reports. World quake list, this is today, just as of this morning. 4.6 Guam, 2.6 Alaska, a 4.5 northwest of the Kuril Islands, a 2.7 Central Alaska, a 4.8 Indonesia, a 2.7 Northern California, 4.2 Vancouver Islands, Canada region, a 5.5 magnitude earthquake, southern East Pacific rise, a 5.3 New Britain region, Papua New Guinea. And I didn't bring this to you yesterday. It is a 2.5 greater Los Angeles area, California, 5.7 near the east coast of Honshu, Japan, 5.2 Vanuatu, 3.6 northern Alaska, 4.7, I'm talking fast, there's so many of them, Central Mediterranean Sea. A 4.9 magnitude quake hit yesterday south of the Kermadec Islands. The Kuril Islands, a 4.9 magnitude quake yesterday, October 9th. 2.5 San Francisco Bay Area, California. Southern Alaska was hit with a 2.7 magnitude quake. 5.1 southern Indian Ocean. The Philippines experienced a 4.7 magnitude earthquake. 3.0 Channel Islands region, California. 4.7 south of Indonesia. Japan still getting hit very extremely hard. Christchurch, New Zealand. The ground is trembling. So much is taking place. Now I want to remind you of Dr. Edward Orr's prophecy of the Great Lakes and the East Coast and my wife's dream. There is a story that is not being covered. What I want you to do is go to propheticseer.com. Go to his YouTube channel, Prophetic Seer. He is covering this in a great, great detail. We're coming upon, dear friends, the Feast of Tabernacles that lasts for 7 days. And there's an urgent warning that this volcano is about to blow, and it could take out the East Coast. Let me take you, if I can find it real quick, to a video. And again, I urge you to go to propheticseer.com's channel. He's doing a great job of covering this. Let me play a little bit of this. Now again, I just brought you all the earthquake reports, and they are not covering a single tremor, let alone an earthquake. And there's tens of thousands of tremors. And this volcano is about to blow, and it can cause an earthquake and a tsunami that can just come right over here to the East Coast and take out the East Coast and the Great Lakes. Let me play a little bit of this video for you. And again, go to propheticseer.com and to his channel.
So, John, what's happening?
Well, Dr. Bill, one of my private contacts, from the United States Northern Command in Denver, contacted me today and let me know that there's absolutely frenzied activity at United States Northern Command, also called U.S. Northcom. Unprecedented frenzied activity, and they're frantically also getting in as much extra food as they can into their headquarters, with no further explanation on that. The second thing is this Canary Island deal, another private source. And I sent you a sanitized version. I need to protect my source. But my private source, and of course the public information, is that this volcano on the Canary Island is going to cut loose in a week or so. It won't be 2 or 3 weeks or months. It will be maybe 7 to 10 days is what we're probably looking at.
Right, and by the way, the Canary Island one, the conventional media, BBC has done specials on this over the last 2 decades, and National Geographic. This is not like a fringe thing. People need to realize that 99% of what we report, what you report, is from the regular media, but you also have military and inside sources that correlate with that and extend beyond that, but it's based on solid, hard science. And this means this thing is about to blow, and when it does, it runs the risk of generating enough steam vents behind this giant 400 cubic mile sized block of volcanic island and shoving it like a ship going in for, the christening with a big bottle of champagne. Unfortunately, it generates a wall of water at the site around 800 to 900 feet high, and when it hits North America, it can be 300 feet high, traveling at 600 miles an hour. So
that's right.
That's a jumbo jet heading toward you of water. When it hits the coast of the United States at 300, it's just not going to go in yards. It's going to go in tens of miles, probably as far in some places as 100 miles inland.
That's right.
Literally plowing buildings that become then objects being pushed forward.
Now, I'm going to put this link below with this video where you can see it in its entirety. If this thing blows, did you hear that? The wall of water that could hit the United States and the East Coast. Now, with that said, mainstream media is not bringing you this. But now they're evacuating Canary Islands. Let me bring you this one. Put the link below. Volcanic eruption alert on Spanish Canary Island. And this is coming from Madrid. Let me make sure I got everything up here. The regional government of the Spanish Canary Islands of El Hierro has issued a volcanic eruption alert following almost 10,000 tremors recorded in the past 3 months. And the USGS earthquake reports have not covered a single one. They are keeping you in the dark. Mainstream media is keeping you in the dark over this event. Watch that video because it's going to tell when this thing's going to blow. Our government here in the United States is going to have an 8-hour window to bring you this warning to get out of harm's way. And do you think they're going to bring it to you? The government posted a yellow alert, second level in a scale of 4 Sunday, and closed some hillside roads and a tunnel to avoid possible injury by falling rocks. The island's 11,000 residents have been told to monitor communications by the Civil Protection Authority. The island was shaken last Saturday by a 4.3 magnitude quake. Seismic activity began in the area back on July 17th. I'm going to put a link below that will show you a seismic activity of this volcano, which could possibly be an earthquake. I want you to watch that video also. And it can tell how this wave, this tsunami, can come to the United States. And this can happen within a week's time. So I'm going to put the chart below where you can watch. Go to propheticseer.com. Prophetic Seer, his channel on YouTube. He is doing a great deal to cover this information that is not being covered. It's not being brought to you. You're kept in the dark by mainstream media news. This could be a catastrophic event that could unfold at any time. The gentleman in the video, the expert, said not months, not years. It could happen within a week. Within the week. We're approaching October 13th. 1 week, 7 days. The heavenly number 7, or the Feast of Tabernacles, when God brought his people out of Egypt, out of harm's way. Now, I'll be back. I've got a lot more to bring you. I'm going to cover Anonymous. They call themselves Legion. We are Legion. Will they do as they promised and take out the New York Stock Exchange today, the 10th, or tomorrow? We're going to have to keep a close eye on that. I have no money in the bank, so but I want to bring this to you. I'm going to keep a close eye on this. This Canary Islands is a disaster. It could be a catastrophe. Bible prophecy? Could prophecy be really fulfilling? I want to talk to you more about the rapture of the church. And I said before the rapture, some catastrophic event will take place, a major earthquake, some disaster. And could this be it? And in closing, I did my video last night on how strong is your faith. And there's somebody on there, really, they don't believe in the rapture, and I'm a false teacher, and I blocked them. But now they're back, or somebody else. Well, I believe it's the same person using another name. But I'm going to let them go. This is to be expected. It's a shame in these end times that Christians come against Christians. Look what's taking place in Egypt. Muslims, we can understand, and they're attacking and persecuting Christians, but Christians against Christians. If you don't believe in the rapture, why do you come to the channel? And these people that are trying to cause harm to us that do follow Scripture, follow the feast days. They don't even have any uploads of their own. So, in case you're wondering why I'm letting this go on, just let them ramble. Just let them go on and say what they will. It's to be expected. Keep a close watch on what's going on with the Canary Islands. It could happen within a week. I wanted to give you the heads up, and go to propheticseer.com. He's doing a great deal to cover this story. We have to keep a very close watch. Very close watch. What will happen within the following week? God bless everybody. Leave me a lot of comments. Leave me a lot of comments on this. And it's time. It's time to give your life to the Lord. If you are not saved, you need to be saved today. Send me a personal message. Saved. God bless everybody. Leave me comments.